Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me today, and I'm sorry I could not be there actually in my physical presence with you. But who said you can't be in two places at once? Well, you can, as you can see. So first of all, apologies for not being with you, but this is the next best thing. And today, what I want to do is more or less give you an overview, and the overview is for the Employment Law and Practice, the LLM in Employment Law and Practice. And I think what I'll do, I'll start off first of all is saying that although it's a master's award and you come out with a master's degree, inside that award it's actually split up into three embedded awards. You will have what's called the Postgraduate Certificate in Employment Law and Practice. The next stage, of course, is the Postgraduate Diploma in Employment Law and Practice. And for those students who want to go to the end of the award, then you can go on and you can complete and actually be awarded the LLM. Now, what I think I'll do, first of all, I'm going to put into this short recording, I'm going to actually put in some short slides. So first of all, and I'm going to actually put these slides in, and as I put them in, I'll talk over them. Once I've finished talking over them, I'll then come back to you and I'll develop these points. So the first thing that I want to look at then here is that if we see, first of all, this is the title. The title, of course, is the Employment Law and Practice. So first of all, focusing there, it's an LLM, I told you that. And secondly, then, here we have then Employment Law and Practice. Now you can see there that the majority of students who study for this award are normally senior managers working in or with human resource departments for a variety of private and, of course, public sector organizations. That does not mean you have to be a senior manager. You might be working within a human resource department, or you might be working in another organization, but you have a link and you need development and education for employment law. Of course, you can move on and look at now the modes of delivery. Now, one of the things that students have always asked about whenever they're actually trying to achieve a goal, for example, either the certificate or diploma, one of the things that they've always said to me is that how is the program, how is the award delivered? And this is a really important point, because the traditional method, of course, is face-to-face, where you have the tutor in the classroom with the student. However, given the constraints upon today's workforce and staff, and they needed to be in the office, we are now starting to change the way we deliver our educational provision. That's not to say we're removing the face-to-face delivery, and we still actually will continue delivering face-to-face, but we are also now looking at different modes of delivery, and therefore we're looking at a combination of alternative modes. So, for example, we could have what's called on-block delivery. In this instance, I've suggested weekends. We could also have what's called a blend of learning, and what I mean by a blend, we're blending that face-to-face delivery where the tutor will see you, possibly on the weekend, and then continue with the development of that module alongside the student, but using software and certain materials, and therefore the module then is continuing to be delivered via distance learning, or what we call e-learning. So I'll give you a bit more about that in a moment, but to keep us moving through this presentation. Now, the educational provision itself, well, first of all, I just want to reassure you that the way this module has been structured, and in conjunction with Capita Learning and Development, what we've actually done and achieved, we've achieved that we now have an award that provides educational provision, which tends to be part of the ongoing training and education for managers and personnel who have responsibility for recruitment and management of employees. Now, most importantly, of course, the framework. Well, the framework for this award, we focus on a direct relationship with practitioners and their expertise, their subject area and work-related topics through individual modules. Now the next slide, you may not be able to see this so clearly on the film, but I will be forwarding an email with an attachment of all of these areas, these points I'm identifying for you. So you can see now it's quite bland there. You can't really see the structure, but if you can see it and have a look, you can see that the top boxes there are indicating the 3 modules, the 3 20-credit modules. And each of these 20-credit modules is delivered to you as part of the postgraduate certificate in employment law and practice. If you come down to the next tier, you'll see first of all the first 2 boxes from looking onto the screen from the left-hand side. You will see the first 2 boxes there are 20-credit modules, and then the last 2 boxes to the right-hand side as you face the screen, those are both 10-credit modules. Now this is credits, which means that each module is worth a number of credits, and of course the postgraduate certificate, if you complete that, you obtain 60 credits. If you then wish to exit, because that's an embedded award, you may do so. Alternatively, you may want to go forward and study and achieve the postgraduate diploma in employment law and practice. And therefore you have to now achieve another 60 credits, making a total of 120. The very last box, that elongated box at the bottom there, that's a 60 credit module. This is the dissertation stage, where you have an opportunity to develop an in-depth understanding of a particular area which is relating to your employment or possibly of an interest to you. Once you achieve that 60 credit dissertation module, you then accumulated 180 credits and you're now entitled to the LLM in employment law and practice. Okay then, so here I am, I'm back again with you, and that was just a brief overview. The document that I'm emailing through and will be made available hopefully to you will give some more details on those points. Now, I've mentioned how the award is made up. I've also mentioned to you the embedded awards, the credits, the number of modules, and I'm sure that you're thinking about the mode of delivery again. Now, traditionally, what we've done in conjunction with Capita Learning and Development, what we've tried to achieve together is that we tend to deliver the postgraduate certificate, and we deliver that through what's called the Peel Club. Now, that Peel Club, as you may be familiar with, and I'm sure you are as delegates attending today's meeting, what happens there is that the tutor will integrate materials which will support you with the actual study, development and achievement of the 3 individual assessments that you must take for that postgraduate certificate. Now, alternatively, what we try to do, we have then the postgraduate diploma in employment law and practice, and that is normally delivered en bloc. That means it's delivered face-to-face in a short time period on weekends. It's normally 2 weekends and dates are given. We try to run the actual award in conjunction with the dates given by Capita Learning and Development. So in other words, the Peel Club dates will be given. Once you actually start the actual postgraduate certificate, we try to give an alternative date so that students who wish to take both postgraduate certificate and the actual postgraduate diploma can do so. So you will actually attend 2 weekends, and those 2 weekends will be delivered to you to allow you to actually have the tutor in front of you, and then additional materials will be provided. I'll tell you a little bit more about how those materials are provided in a moment. Then, of course, the latter stage, the dissertation. The dissertation, then, you're allocated a supervisor. And what you will get now is communication by telephone, by email, and if you wish to actually arrange with your tutor, possibly face-to-face. You will have a maximum of 10 sessions. And this has been successful in the past, and I'm happy to say that in July 2011, we had our first students graduating at the University of Glamorgan with the LLM in Employment Law and Practice. Now, we've taken this to the next stage because we do appreciate and we are listening to our students. And the next stage is that not only are we delivering it via the actual Peel Club and then these weekends, which I must say are normally delivered in London, but also there is provision available, and I'm in negotiations with Capita Learning and Development and looking at delivering the mode of this award by actually having an on-block delivery for all stages of the module. When I say all stages, I'm focusing on the postgraduate certificate and the postgraduate diploma. For example, instead of actually attending the Peel Club over a number of months and then actually starting possibly in January right through to December, we'll start the same time in January through to December, but there will be instead a short delivery. And the short delivery may either be in London, and I could talk to Capita Learning and Development about this, but possibly over 4 days. And those 4 days you'll actually then study and look at materials and develop your understanding for a 20 credit module. So we're looking at developing it in a short delivery span. And we're looking to do this for the postgraduate certificate. Alternatively, we may make arrangements, and we're looking at doing this, and we're negotiating with Capita Learning and Development to actually deliver at the University of Glamorgan. Now, provided in your fees, of course, we're looking at giving you a full price, and that will include the delivery of the education, the accommodation, and also a meal during the day, for example, a buffet. Now, that can be done for the postgraduate certificate, the postgraduate diploma, and of course the dissertation stage. Then that will be a one-to-one with your supervisor, and that will be through a distance, and as I mentioned earlier, through contact with you by telephone, email, or possibly face-to-face. So there are means and ways of delivering this, and students do not have to opt into one mode of delivery. You may decide you want to stay within the Peel Club and have the postgraduate certificate. You may decide to take some of the modules through the postgraduate Peel Club. In other words, the certificate may be delivered and you may take a module through that means, or alternatively, attend an on-block session and then complete the next module. We're trying to make this as flexible as possible. We're trying to accommodate your needs. You're our students, and we are listening to you and want to actually provide this education for you. Now, dates. Dates have not yet been fixed. What tends to happen at this time of year is that the Peel Club dates are first of all set. So the Peel Club dates are set, and then we build in some dates for those sessions which we integrated. The next step then is to integrate dates that do not clash with the Peel Club sessions to allow students to attend the Peel Club and also attend those on-block weekend deliveries in London. So the dates are forthcoming. I do hope that this overview I've given you today has helped you. Again, I wish I was with you today in person, but as I say, this is the best and next thing. Now, I did say I'd give you some information on how the material is supplied. We have a system called Blackboard, and Blackboard is there for you, and it provides you with an online reading list. It's an electronic reading list, and the tutor who is responsible for developing that online reading list may have certain materials digitized, for example, chapters of books, journal articles, case law, and so on. We have a range of databases which give you access to a wide range of articles, journals, case law, and so on. Not only that, the tutor, if they wanted to, can actually insert what I call audio pods or iPods, and you can then listen to a short overview. Alternatively, just like today, of course, you can make a link to a YouTube film. So thank you for listening to me today. I do hope that this is some benefit, and I do hope you enjoy the rest of the day. What I'll do, on the handout, I'll provide some of my contact details, And if you wish to contact me and have any further questions, please do so. For now, thank you very much.